Hi, you're welcome again to my YouTube video, and definitely I cannot stop to say thank you so much for joining with me. Yeah, it's just a chat today about 2020. How has your year been? And definitely I just want to share my experience about how I have found 2020. This year, well, started with a lot of excitement. It started with a lot of expectations, but along the way, some things were out of our own control. For example, the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic, it's been way out of our control. And most of my plans kind of changed and stalled because of that. But still, I want to emphasize that I am so grateful for the life that I have. I'm so grateful for the friends that I have and for the transformation that I've gone through. If it wasn't because of some of the friends I met in this year, mysteriously, I don't think it would have been a successful year. But I cannot say it's been successful 100%. I can give it maybe 60%. But there are things that I have learned. One is to be patient. I have learned not to rush life. I have learned to be patient and listen to myself, listen to the universe, and believe that I can make it when the right time comes. You get what I mean? Then, apart from patience, I have learned to have a support network around me, because I realize, for example, since I moved into a different country from my country, Uganda, life has been tough, especially sometimes you find you have no one to speak to, sometimes you cry, or you have some good news and you have no one to share it with. So having a good support network, even if it is for one or two friends, is what I've really learned. Yeah. And then this year again, I've learned to appreciate the little I have, and have because many have lost lives, many, because when we see these statistics about the pandemic, it's not just numbers. Those are people, and those are people that have families. So I've learned to appreciate the breath that I take, and I've learned to appreciate every moment that I have. Then, one other thing I have learned in this year, I've learned to live each moment as it comes. Because if you cannot live in this moment, you may not know, and it is a memory. Have you heard that? It may be a memory. So live in this moment. I've learned to live in this moment right here, because let me give you a small example. One time I was with a group of people and wanted to take like a photo for memories. Actually also wanted to go climbing to do an activity together, and then we never happened to, and before we knew it, everyone went their own direction, and I don't think we have a picture that we can say this is the memory of us. So it's such a small thing, but if you don't live in the moment, you may regret. So live in the moment and live each moment the way it comes. Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Just let things flow. Yeah. And then what else have I learned? What have you learned this 2020? I have learned to I have learned to be myself. Yeah, yeah, I've learned to be myself. Yeah. And then I've also learned to what have I learned? Like, a lot has happened. I feel it's been 2 years in one, but I have to say that I'm grateful again for this year, and I believe 2021 is going to be a better year, because we cannot we cannot live in regret, in misery forever, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, but not an approaching train. So we just have to believe that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So simply, those are some of the lessons that I have learned this 2020, both the easy and the hard way. Knock, 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 knock. I've learned, yeah. So yeah, I'm hopeful for the next year. Maybe it will be a better year, but still, I'm grateful for this year, because with gratitude, everything flows. Otherwise, I wish you a happy 2021. And for the few remaining weeks or days in this month of December, I hope you live each moment the way it comes. Do not be too hard on yourself that you've not achieved some of your goals. You just need to know that even the next year is just a continuation of the days that we've been living. It's just a change of the date. Yeah. So keep the hustle on, keep believing, keep impacting, and keep loving on yourself, and keep on loving on the people around you, because we need people around us. And because it gets too hard, but when you have a shoulder to cry on, yeah, it happens. I also need to end by saying that this year I went for counseling for 2 months. You know, that's how serious this year has been for me. Sometimes we be there like, oh, I'm just fine, I'm fine. But fine is not a word. Fine can be misleading. Hi, Martha, I'm fine. How's your day? Fine. Okay. No. Sometimes fine is not fine. And I came to terms with that, and I realized that my fine was not my fine, and had to go, talk to a counselor. And through the 7 sessions I had with my counselor for 2 months, or the 7 weeks, I can assure you that I feel better and I'm a better person. So if you're out there and you really need professional help, please go for it. I know there are many stereotypes around going for therapy, but let's break it, because it's needed. Sometimes you need someone to help you so that you're back in the direction you're heading to. Sometimes you're heading this side, but you turn this side. But if you have a professional person to help you pass through maybe your grief, your sorrow, your hopelessness, your sadness, you could be back in the right direction that you were supposed to be in. So if you're there and you've been fearing to go for therapy, actually it's the best decision you can make. By the mere fact that you acknowledge that your fine is not your fine, that means that you are one step ahead onto your happiness. So guys, or everybody watching, thank you so much for supporting me. Just starting this channel by sharing knowledge, sharing tips, sharing life, and it's been an amazing journey having you as part of this community. And I hope you enjoy 2021, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for being on this channel. And I look forward to bringing more educative content. Of course, over the years, I've had some bit of experience. Why not share it with you for free? And so we look forward to crushing and being on top in 2021. Love you. Subscribe, like, share, and stay put. See you on the next video. Bye.